Hey guys, and a very warm welcome back to my channel. So this is Avan Onjo this side, and a very warm welcome back again to the video lecture series, and we are back with another video. So in the previous lecture I discussed about the northeast insurgency issues and some of the factors which are causing those insurgencies. We have discussed very in depth about that topic. Right now I would like to move a bit further. We are still left with northeast issues. Some of the topics are yet to be covered, but before that I would like to talk about this internal security apparatus. As you guys can see, so we will be talking about this internal security apparatus because this is very important. You need to understand the various different kinds of security forces and different kinds of agencies that are involved in taking care of the internal security of India. So we need to discuss that before moving further. Okay, so those who are very new to this channel, so Avan Onjo this side, and this is a free UPSC preparation YouTube channel, and where we'll be talking about various UPSC related topics, and we have a whole 1 year comprehensive course where we'll be discussing everything about general studies. Basically, I'm not going to touch upon optional, but still if you guys needed to write down in the comment section below. The only optional I can provide you is zoology, okay, because that is very difficult to find. So I would talk about if you guys want it, okay, but preferably I'm just currently just thinking about GS, so we'll be discussing all the topics related to that. So only this is completely free for you guys, completely free, and all the all the things that we talk about here is going to be of the quality discussion. Okay, only thing I want from you is to just subscribe to this channel to give us more motivation for making up more videos, and if you like the video then leave a like and share it with your friends who need it. So without wasting any more time, now let's begin with our topic, that is internal security apparatus in India. Okay, so within this apparatus of internal security there are four vital components. Okay, so within the component of internal security there are four different kinds of vital components. Okay, four. First one is the security forces. And I'm writing with a mouse, guys, so please just bear with me. I hope it is. I'm just going to write the keywords, okay, and mostly it's going to be auditorial because currently I'm just not having that pen and all, so I'm just using my mouse. Then first is the security forces, then is the investigating agencies. Okay, third is the intelligence agencies. I'm just giving you the brief about all the types of intelligence agencies. I'm just giving you a brief of all the components of this apparatus. Okay, and next is the special laws, which is very important, under which UAPA and all comes. Okay, so we'll be discussing each of the components in depth, in detail. So currently I'm going to pick up the component of security forces. Okay, let me just remove everything from it. Okay, so let us first discuss about the issue of security. Okay, security. Okay, so the security forces that are involved in internal security apparatus are, there are many different kinds of forces. Okay, some are central and some are state, but state police basically is the state subject, and mostly the other forces are central in nature. So we have forces like BSF, that is Border Security Force. You all know about it, BSF. Okay, then we have ITBP, that is Indo-Tibet Border Police. Okay, Indo-Tibet Border police. Okay, then we have SSB. What is SSB? SSB is Sashastra Seema Bal. Sashastra Seema Bal. Okay, then we also have Assam Rifles. Assam Rifles, which are basically in Assam region of northeast. Okay, all of these four are the border guarding within the international guarding within the international borders. Okay, so border guarding within the international borders. So here when I talk about BSF, so BSF is basically deployed in the Indo-Pak region. You all know this, very popular also. Indo-Pak, popular in the sense we usually we know about it, and also it is on the Indo-Bangladesh border. Okay, then ITBP is of course is on the Indo-China or Indo-Sino-Indian border, Sino-Indian borders. Okay, then SSB, that is Sashastra Seema Bal, is in Nepal borders, and also Bhutan, Indo-Bhutan borders, Indo-Nepal and Indo-Bhutan borders. Okay, so okay, then Assam Rifles, denoted by AR in the short form. Assam Rifles are basically, they are having the dual role. Okay, so they have two different roles, first role and second role. So first role is that they are the counter insurgency basically in northeast. They counter insurgency, and secondly they guard the Indo-Myanmar border. Indo-Myanmar border they also guard. Okay, so also ITBP, now what is happening is that in the Indo-Myanmar border Assam Rifles have been withdrawn from there, and instead ITBP is going to be deployed on the Indo-Myanmar border. Okay, so these four are the basic international border guarding force. Okay, then we have other forces like CRPF. Again, you all would have heard CRPF. So this is Central Reserve Police Force. Okay, and they are reserved for the extreme situations, and they are equipped to perform different kinds of duties. Okay, wherever there is an extremity, like if extreme protests happening. Okay, so they would be deployed there, and they are equipped with various experiences of how to perform different kinds of duties. Okay, they are well trained. Then we have CISF is Central Industrial Security Force. Okay, what is Central Industrial Security Force? So they are basically deployed at all the industrial or institutional which are under the center. Okay, which are of prime importance, like they are deployed at airports, coal mines, steel plants, oil plants, important government buildings, historical monuments, even on the Delhi metro. Okay, so they all are there to maintain the internal security within the important government buildings and infrastructures. Okay, then we have another force that is known as NSG. Okay, this is National Security Guards. Okay, so these are basically they are counter-terrorist force. They are counter-terrorist force and hostage rescue, bomb diffusion. Okay, they are basically a kind of commando force. They are basically a kind of a commando force, and they are also known as, we also call them as black cat. Also known as black cat commando, black cat commandos. Okay, why? Because they have undergone the commando training. Okay, then we have the another force that is known as ICG, Indian Coast Guard. Okay, so of course, name suggests we have a like 75,000 kilometer long coastal border, so they are protected by ICG. Okay, we also have 200 nautical miles of exclusive economic zone. Okay, exclusive economic zone, and their function is to guard and protect these coastlines. Okay, now from these forces we discussed till now: BSF, ITBP, SSB, Sashastra Sena Bal, we have CRPF, we have CISF. Okay, then we also have our NSG. Then we also have, okay, so these are the ones discussed till now. So all of these, they come under the Central Armed Police Force. There comes under the category of Central Armed Police Force. Okay, also known as CAPF in short form, Central Armed Police Force. So they all come under the Central Armed Police Force. Okay, they were earlier called as Central Paramilitary Force, but now they are called as Central Armed Police Force. Okay, whereas AR, that is Assam Rifles, Indian Coast Guard, okay, they are on papers, they are under MOHA, Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, but actually they are controlled by Ministry of Defense. Okay, on papers they are under Ministry of Home Affairs, but they are controlled by Ministry of Defense. Okay, so I hope this much is going to be clear to you. Now let us discuss about certain more kind of like institutions and some other remaining forces. So we have another force that is known as SPG. This is known as Special Protection Group. Okay, and they provide security to Prime Minister. Okay, and the current Prime Minister and the former Prime Minister. Current and the former Prime Minister, they provide them protection. Special Protection Group. Okay, now another one is RPF, that is known as Railway Protection Force. Okay, and they are basically there to prevent any kind of crimes or any kind of internal security breaches on the station premises. Okay, on the railway station premises. Then there are some institutes like NCB, current, recently it was too much in news during Sushant Singh Rajput's case. So it is the Narcotics Control, NCB Bureau. Okay, Narcotics Control Bureau. Basically they do the drug law enforcement. Then we have NCRB. This also you would have listened to. Okay, this is known as National Crime Record Bureau. Okay, National Crime Record Bureau, and basically they have they do analysis and collection of the crime reports. Okay, and then we have okay, then we have Indian Reserve Battalions. Indian Reserve Battalions. Okay, they are kind of new innovation. Okay, as you know that in the police system there is very less population of people enrolling and working in the police department. So in if there is a state of emergency, okay, so in that case the people, the local people would be given the chance for IRB employment. Okay, and it is there to augment the security challenges in the case of emergency. Okay, this was all about Indian Reserve Battalions. So these were certain forces that are there in the internal security apparatus. Then I would like to also discuss about the investigating agencies, that is the second component. Investigating agencies. Okay, investigating agencies. So there are certain investigating agency like NIA. This is also recently was in news due to Sushant Singh Rajput's case. So NIA is known as National Investigating Agency. Okay, National Investigating Agency. Then we also have CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. Central Bureau of Investigation. Okay. Then there is another one that is known as ED. Enforcement Directorate. Okay, they are basically related to investigating the cases like money laundering. Okay, then we also have an institution like FEMA. FEMA is Foreign Exchange Management. This is a act, it is not an agency. Foreign Exchange Management Act. And we have PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So both of these acts are enforced by ED. Okay. So this was some thing about investigating agencies. Then we have certain more of them. Okay, so there are agencies like IB. IB is Intelligence Bureau. Okay, IB is Intelligence Bureau. And we have another external security, like IB is to internal security, then RAW is same to the external security. Okay, so raw is basically in the external circumstances and IB is in the internal circumstances. Okay, so this was raw and IB. Then we also have CID, that is crime and intelligence department. Okay, crime and intelligence department. Okay, then we have SB, special branch. Okay, then we have ATS is anti-terror squad. Okay, anti-terror squad. Then we have CB, that is crime branch. Crime branch. Okay, so this was then other we have one more. Okay, that is MAC is multi-agency center. Okay, which coordinates between the different agencies. Okay, the agencies we talked about, various intelligence agencies, so the work of coordination is with MAC. Okay, that is multi-agency center. Okay, so this was something about your intelligence centers. Okay, now let me talk about the third component, that was special laws, fourth one. Okay, special laws. Okay, so let us take. Okay, so there were certain special laws which are not currently active, like MISA, MISA. MISA is Maintenance of Internal Security Act. Maintenance of Internal Security Act, which was from 1971. It was introduced in 1971 and it was till 1977. Okay, not right now there. Then we have NSA, National Security Act of 1980. Okay, it was in 1980. It was it is still there. Then we have TADA, TADA. Okay, TADA is Terrorists and Disputees Act. Terrorist and Disputees Act. Terrorist and their disputaries. Okay, then we have POTA, TADA and POTA. POTA is Prevention of Terrorist Act, which was there from 2002 to 2004. Okay, also TADA was enacted in 1985 and it has been removed then. Okay, it was enacted in 1985. Then we have a very important act, that is UAPA, which we are going to discuss in much detail. This is Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of 1967. It has been there since 1967 and it is still active. Okay, great. Okay, so I think that we have enough time to discuss UAPA. We will discuss UAPA right now and then we will discuss AFSPA as well. Okay, AFSPA is another AFSPA right here. AFSPA is another special law. Okay, now let us discuss UAPA and AFSPA. First of all, I will start up with UAPA. UAPA, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Okay, so when we look at UAPA, so it is basically a legal weapon to combat different security threats and other unlawful activities which can threaten the peace and tranquility of unity, integrity and sovereignty of the country. Okay, Then currently this law is enforced in, currently it is enforced in Assam due to the to curb the insurgencies. Nagaland, then it has also been enforced in Manipur, then Manipur ho gaya. Then we have it in Meghalaya as well, and in Manipur, except for Imphal, that is the capital, all to the other areas it has been imposed, but currently there are very less insurgent activity, especially in Manipur. It has declined drastically, okay, which is a very good sign. Then Meghalaya, only up to 20 kilometer towards from the Assam border, okay, around the Assam border, only 20 kilometers area where UAPA is there, okay. sorry. Also it is in Arunachal Pradesh, also in Arunachal Pradesh it is there. And you should know that in Arunachal it is only there in 3 different districts of Arunachal. First is the Tirap district, TIRAP, Tirap. Second is the Changlang district, and the third one is Logding, LOUG DING, Logding district, okay. So these are the only 3 districts where this law has been enacted, okay. And onto the other police station also these laws are there, okay. Now I'll tell you about the current status, okay. So currently in Manipur, as I already told, except for Imphal, it is still there, okay. Mizoram, okay, I haven't written Mizoram here, so it is active in Mizoram as well, okay. Mizoram. So in the Mizoram, insurgency has not been very much after 1986. Insurgency has reduced very much, okay. In Tripura, there is UAPA in Tripura as well. Tripura it was there, okay. Currently it is not there. Tripura it was there from 1997 till recently, that is 2005. It was there. Sorry, not 2005. It is 2015. 2015, correct, this one, okay. So till after 2015 it has been completely withdrawn. In Assam it has been enforced in 1990 and it is still there. In Nagaland it has been till from 1968, when the Nagaland was created. From that time only it is enforced there. Also, apart from Northeast, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, it is currently active. UAPA is currently active, okay. So these were all the places where UAPA is there. Now let us discuss what is UAPA. So as I already told you that UAPA is like a most important legal weapon in the internal security apparatus. It is basically a legal weapon to combat the diverse and complex nature of internal security threats in different parts of India, as well as the other unlawful activities of individuals or organizations which are directed against the unity, integrity and sovereignty of India. So there have been certain amendments in this law. Like in 1969 there was an amendment, okay. In 1972 there was an amendment, okay. And the both of these amendments were in criminal law. Then in 1986 and in 2004 there has been the amendments which were after the parliamentary attack in 2004. Okay, and here it was after 1984 incident. Some provisions of quota were added to the amendments after the amendments were done. Okay, and the amendment which was we'll be discussing about the amendments also. Okay, then in 2008, after Mumbai terror attack, the amendments were done in the UAP. Okay, so these were the amendments that happened till now. Now I will discuss you why there were the amendments in UAP and what is the reason and what was the amendment. Okay, so first of all, in the 1967 amendment. Okay, the 1967 amendment. So it was basically related to who could be claimed um, by the government of India as who could be declared as the terrorist. Okay, so earlier there were only organizations which could be designated as terrorist organizations, but after this amendment of 1967, the individuals would also be can also be declared as the terrorist. Okay, so the grounds would be same. Okay, but instead of earlier rule of only organization could be declared as terrorist, now even the individuals could also be declared as the terrorists. Okay, which any of the any organization or individual which commits the act of terrorism or which indulge in the preparation for terrorism, promotes terrorism, or otherwise involved in terrorism, on all the four cases, they could be declared as terrorist by the state. Okay, then also there was like one drawback, that there was no clarity on what could be considered as the promotion and preparation of terrorism. Okay, they didn't specified it basically, that if what could be considered as the preparation and similar activities, promotion or preparation of terrorism. Okay, hence it was kind of a security towards the arbitrary government. They have this freedom to interpret it as they would like it, and this could have been like a source of unchecked powers. Okay, because there is no proper rigid laws or proper interpretation that was given. It is a subject to interpretation of the one who is exercising the powers. Okay, so that was there. Then there was there were certain unanswered questions on UAP. Okay, what are those unanswered questions? So this was very important, that's why I discussed this amendment. Okay, now let us look at some unanswered questions on UAP. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say that can words like preparation, which was there, preparation, and preparation and promotion, can the words like these, they are basically, they could be the ones which could widen the arbitrary power of the center, or their powers could go unchecked. Okay, so that was the issue. Secondly, there was a major deviation from the cardinal principle of justice system, which we discussed in the earlier classes. Okay, that was innocent until proven guilty in the layman terms. So on the basis of like sufficient and conclusive evidences only, the crime could be the criminal, like the person could be considered to be a criminal and could be guilty. Okay, so like it was this law basically, it isn't towards the scrutiny of judiciary. Okay, so it doesn't comes under the scrutiny of judiciary. So that was also a scrutiny of judiciary. So that was also a case of issue. Okay, So these were the certain unanswered questions. I've already discussed with you the 1967 amendment, which was very, very important. That's why I discussed it in detail. Okay. Also, there were certain other provisions in the UAPA. There were other certain changes that has been done in UAP. Okay, changes that has been done. Changes. Okay. So there were certain changes which were done in NIA, that is Investigating Agency of NIA. Okay, and the changes were that the DG of NIA can approve the seizure of the property on request of IO. Okay, which was earlier only with the permission of the state DG. Okay, but now DG of NIA even could give the orders for the seizure. Okay, without taking any approval from the state DG. Okay, so that has been there as a changes. But the question here, like my personal comments, the question here is that the direct intrusion into the powers of the state police is done. And we all know that it is a federal system, so this is basically something to like a kind of a question towards UAPA. And of course, this change couldn't withstand if we look it through the glass of federalism. Okay, so somewhere it couldn't withstand the withstand the scrutiny of the federal policies of India. Also, there was that the inspector and above rank officers could basically investigate the cases which were given to NIA. Okay, earlier it was only DYSP who could investigate the cases, and above DYSP and above. But now it has been reduced to inspector and above. So this was also a kind of, something to look upon, because it would of course reduce the quality of investigation. But the reason given by NIA was that there were increased number of cases that are pending. Okay, so in order to complete them we should employ inspector rank officers also. So it was their, like, their say on this particular change. Then also there was an issue of insertion of a schedule treaty. There was an introduction of this treaty. Okay, so earlier in the act, all of these treaties, a treaty was included and act was under those the treaty were considered for the act of terrorism. Okay, so there was an increase in this scheduled treaty. Okay, where it was said that the International Convention for Suppression of Acts of Nuclear Terrorism of 2005 was included. Okay, the International Convention for Suppression of Acts of Nuclear Terrorism was included, which is not a question, but it is just a change that happened. So it was a good change. So these were the certain changes that has been there in UAPA till now. Okay, and we have discussed many of them. So I hope you understood it all. Now we'll be discussing about the another special law, that is we are left with UAPA NSA. We are going to discuss it in the other videos lecture. Okay, till then I hope you understood this, and till then, bye bye, take care. I'm just going to make another video for that because this has been already long enough. So stay blessed and just go right now and subscribe to this channel. Right now, go hit the bell icon if you want to have update, and please subscribe. This helps us a lot. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry for this. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. So take care and bye bye.